Okay, time for another instalment of the conspiracy theories. Okay, let's have a look at Micheal Jackson. Following reports of Micheal Jackson's death from an apparent cardiac arrest on the 25th of June 2009, there was fevered speculation surrounding what happened that day at his Beverly Hills home in the UCLA Medical Center to which he was taken. Did he fake his own death? Was he already dead? Was he murdered? Many people believe Jackson is still alive. The reason for the deceit? His disastrous finances. Despite selling over 61 million albums in the US alone, the troubled singer was reportedly in debt to the tune of more than $400 million at the time of his supposed death. His spending had got seriously out of control. Neverland Ranch cost him an estimated $14.6 million in 1988. Long before allegations of child abuse began to harm his reputation and stall his career, huge lawsuit settlements and exorbitant legal fees took their inevitable toll on his fortune, forcing him to seek massive loans, initially from banks, but increasingly from less salubrious lenders. The theorists point out that faking his own death would have allowed him to settle these debts, while at the same time continuing to earn royalties both from his own recordings, conveniently inflated enormously by his death, and from those in which he had a stake, including the incredibly valuable Beatles back catalogue. It would have also provided a convenient escape route from what had the potential to be a catastrophic comeback tour in the UK. Few considered a clearly unwell Jackson able to fulfill a mammoth 50-date commitment. The embarrassment of having to lip-sync, looking decrepit on stage and cancelling shows could certainly have brought down the final curtain on his ailing career. It is believed that Jackson fled abroad shortly after his reported fatal heart attack, with suspected destinations including Mexico and Eastern Europe, where he is said to have assumed a false identity, something which in hindsight he had been trying to achieve for years. The change in Micheal Jackson's appearance has been well documented, and the acceleration of his mutation over his final decade coincides neatly with the time period over which the scheme had reportedly been in planning. It is claimed that Jackson was replaced by a terminally ill double, whose family is being looked after in return. Countless pictures and video clips have surfaced purporting to show the musician alive and well after the date of his death. The Jackson clan's decision to cancel the public viewing of the body at the Neverland Ranch only gives further weight to the belief that the Thriller mastermind decided to stage his demise and live the rest of his life away from the pressures that had built up around him. However, not everyone thinks Jackson is kicking back with Elvis in a private paradise. There is a theory that he died over 25 years ago, prior to the release of Bad, and that an impersonator took his place. It is rumoured that Jackson's body was found in a shallow grave near his miniature train track in Neverland. The authorities were tipped off to the corpse's identity as it was found wearing a single glove and a red leather jacket. Another theory goes that Jackson's addiction to powerful anaesthetics to treat chronic insomnia was used as a cover by a shadowy group that sought his death. Made vulnerable by drug addiction and crippling debts, Jackson found himself controlled by a shady syndicate linked, according to different sources, to Russia, China, or even the CIA. Attempts to free Jackson from their grip, most likely involving a threat to go public with the story, made by the singer himself or his family, forced the rogue organisation to bump off their moonwalking cash cow. Very interesting. Hope you enjoyed